Hello everyone and welcome to Civic Platform. This is your host Zuher Almusre. Today I'm visiting one of the summer camps in Winnipeg organized by One Voice, One Team. In this summer camp, the kids learn a lot. Physically activity and learning activity, something just make them more active and entertained in the summertime. So let's find how these lovely kids spend their time in this summer camp. So let's jump right in.
Hello Zuher, thank you for having us on your platform, Civic Platform today. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Jermaine Fraser. I'm the program director at One Voice, One Team. So we're a youth leadership organization that started in 2008 and it started in Ontario. Since then, we've traveled to do programming in schools and in organizations to just really empower young people to use their voice and step into, the things that they're passionate about. And in 2021, I moved from Ontario to be here in Manitoba, in Winnipeg, to just start programming out here. So it's such an honor, such a pleasure to be on your show today. Thank you for having us. So it's important for Winnipeg to have a program like One Voice, One Team, and specifically our S.W.O.L.E summer camp, because young people just need to know that they have what it takes to make a difference, right? At S.W.O.L camp, we talk about, the S.W.O.L principles, so self-respect, working hard, overcoming adversity, leading by example, and excellence, right? And what I've learned in doing programming at One Voice, One Team, whether it's here in Manitoba, in Ontario, in the US, is every young person needs to understand that their voice matters, right? And that they have what it takes to be able to have an impact in their community and beyond, right? So specifically when it comes to Winnipeg, there are different newcomers that come to Manitoba, and sometimes they don't understand the power of their voice as they get here. It's a new space and they're figuring things out. And at summer camp, we really help them to understand the respect that they should have for themselves, regardless of whether they're new or not. There are things that they can do when they learn how to care and respect for themselves to be able to just have an impact right away in their community when they arrive. So we have programs all throughout the year. We do workshops, we do assemblies in schools and in community agencies or with community groups. And our workshops all center around leadership, right? And it's what can you do at your school? What can you do in your community? What can you do at home, right? There's something that we say all the time. We say it at S.W.O.L camp, we say it in our programming, and it's every single day is game day. Every single day you have to be ready to, make a difference. And that's what our programs center around. It's what can you do with the skills that you have, with the passions that you have, with the interests that you have to be able to have an impact directly at your school, at home, and in your community.
Hello, my name is Justin Patrocinio. I am the S.W.O.L.E Summer Camp Manager here in Winnipeg, Manitoba for the organization of One Voice, One Team. So I take care of all the staff members here as part of my role, and other parts of my role include doing some paperwork for camp, obviously, to make sure that it runs, but I also spend a lot of the time with the kids and empowering youth and connecting with the kids and playing the summer camp games that we have, the best summer camp games here at S.W.O.L.E Summer Camp. So the day usually starts off with us in the gym all together. We have some free time where the campers get to choose any activity that they would like to play, such as badminton, basketball, skipping, any sorts of activities, and then we start off the day. Usually either myself or the coordinators introduce the camp for the day, and then we go straight into a bunch of activities such as Ollie Ollie Octopus, a bunch of other tag games, dodgeball games, but then we also have some cognitive games where we get kids to think really hard about their strategy in the game. And then there's also a lot of time for campers to just connect, such as lunchtime, washroom breaks, and you just get to connect from a staff member to a camper. It's always those tiny connections where you get to talk with the kids, connect with them on a deeper level. You get to learn about them and then see how they relate to you, and then you're also able to impact them in that sense because you know the kid more and the camper more. It's almost like one big happy family, and by the end of the week it is just so much fun in those activities. So in the beginning of the week, yes, it's a bunch of new campers, new kids coming into one space all together, but it definitely, as you go on throughout the week, these campers meet new people, from staff members to other kids, and through these team building activities, they are able to have a blast and share who they really are and build on those S.W.O.L.E principles from self-respect, working hard, overcoming adversity, lead by example, and excellence. Those S.W.O.L.E principles that we touch on every single day, these kids share their experiences to all the campers and staff because it is a safe place for them to share. And then by the end of the week, these strangers, these strangers who came in on Monday, are one big happy family, and we graduate we have a graduation on Friday where we celebrate our accomplishments and the amazing week that we had at S.W.O.L.E Summer Camp. So every week it is a new week of camp. However, kids from the last week can obviously sign up again for the next week. So far this year at least, we have had campers come back one or another week because they simply just had the time of their lives, and they continue to express during the week, like, can we please come back? And obviously we'd love for you to come back. Just sign up again at onevoiceoneteam.org.
So in terms of what parents can expect for their children to learn, they're learning how to treat themselves kindly and do the same for others. They're learning some, physical skills as well as cognitive things. So we play a lot of activities. We do different games. We do team building type of activities. So they're learning how to connect with other people, and then they're learning things about themselves as well. They're tapping into the things that they're passionate about, and it's really just helping them to be a better human being, right? They're learning how to be respectful, and that plays out in terms of when it comes to their parents, being respectful to their parents, but also everyone that they come in contact with. How can they be respectful and be kind to someone else? So those are some of the things that parents can expect their children to learn. So in terms of registering, first of all, our programs are for every young person. At summer camp specifically, the age of the campers is 7 to 13 years old, but we do in-school programming once again, and that's from kindergarten all the way up to grade 12. And they can register. All they have to do is go to onevoiceoneteam.org, O-R-G, and you'll have all the details there, and you can register anytime.
Hello, my name is Rachel Spridzans, and I am a camp coordinator this year at One Voice One Team's S.W.O.L.E Summer Camp. My role as camp coordinator is to run around and make sure everything's going smoothly. I get to make the schedules, I get to organize some of the field trips, kind of input there, and I get to hang out a lot with the campers and learn more about them and exchange with them a lot. S.W.O.L.E camp is set apart from so many other summer camps because it's all focused around leadership, sports, and youth empowerment. Every day when the kids go home from camp, they're leaving inspired and they're leaving empowered and they're ready to make a difference in the world, and you just don't get that from other camps. Here we take time to do active games, but we also do cognitive games, to do reflections about our S.W.O.L.E principles, and it's just a lot of hard work with a lot of rewards. Other than active games, we have a lot of cognitive and thinking games as well, and this improves different types of conflict resolution skills and leadership skills and so many other ways that it'll help them further on their lives. We play a lot of games to do with patterns. For instance, we have this one game called I'm Going on a Picnic, and then every picnic that someone will go on, they will share, and it's a vocal game, and everything has to do with a pattern. So it's up to the campers to figure out what that pattern was, and it's a lot of mental gymnastics and doing a lot of things with your mind to try to figure out what is the solution. And it's lovely because everyone's working as a team to find out what the solution is in so many of these games. So it's teamwork, leadership, problem solving, everything all together. It's pretty S.W.O.L.E. So at S.W.O.L.E camp, we're open to everyone. We welcome all sorts of young people. They're all from different backgrounds, all from different families. And one thing that ties them all together is they're all here for one reason. They're here to make a difference. If it's in their own lives, in someone else's life, they're all here to make a difference. So that's something that we kind of hold them accountable with. Every start of the week, we create something called a S.W.O.L.E contract, where we have a list of positive reinforcements and things that we would like to do. So the list doesn't include any words like don't or cannot, it just has encouragement. So instead of don't hit people, we have keep your hands to yourself, or instead of don't be mean, we have be respectful, and that just uplifts everyone, and in such a welcoming and positive environment, the motivation just goes, and it makes everybody happy and friendly to be welcome with each other. And sometimes there are mistakes, and sometimes there are things that don't go to plan, but we refer back to the S.W.O.L.E contract and we ask them, like, what are you here to do? And they just think, and they're like, okay, I'm here to make a difference, I'm here to be S.W.O.L.E, and I'm here to learn. And normally that's enough to kind of wrangle them back in, but every situation is different, and we love to accommodate to all of our campers, so we're always open for anything. This year, the field of the school that we're in is quite flooded from all the rain that we've been having, so most of our activities have been in the gym, which is so nice because the gym is a decent space for the amount of campers that we have, so they're free to run around and jump and yell and have all the fun that they can. But for certain activities, we do like to bring them outside, just for more running room and more area to do things. For instance, we have a game called blob tag. Once you connect to the next person, they become a blob, and then you make a massive chain, and sometimes the chain gets a bit too big for the gym, so then we plan to have that game outside instead, so then we can do all of our activities to their best potential.
So when it comes to, someone who may have like cognitively or physically a challenge, we have young people who attend our summer camp who cognitively might not be able to understand things the way that all of the other young people do. And our programming is customized, right? So though we do physical activities, there's certain things that we do, like we'll adjust, maybe the games that we play so that everybody can be involved. There was one year we had summer camp and there was someone who was in a wheelchair, right? So they obviously couldn't move the same way that everybody else could, but we adjusted games like dodgeball where there were, things that we set up, like a section that we set up that the person could go through with their wheelchair to get to the other side. So there's things like that we do based on whoever's attending, but everyone is welcome to attend.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Pinelli, and I am a camp counselor at One Voice One Team. Every day, as a camp counselor, I am responsible for helping lead activities. I am also responsible for notifying parents regarding issues regarding the campers, and it is truly a rewarding job to see campers improve from day one and see them as a seed and see them blossom like a flower. And it is the best job in the world because I get to make a difference in the campers' lives, and I could see them discover their hidden abilities. I could see that they all have the potential to conquer the world with whatever they have. And I am very confident to say that we have a very promising future within our hands because of these youth right now. And I could say with pride and joy that I am who I am today partly because of One Voice, One Team. These past few years we have faced with a pandemic, we have faced with certain social issues, and I want to help the kids realize the potential that they have. I want them to discover the resources that they have, and I want them to see the abilities that they have. And with being a camp counselor, we are very fortunate to give them the platform in order to exploring what they like, and being locked in our house for the past few years, it's very great to see them go out of their comfort zone, interact with kids similar with their age. It's very refreshing to see that they get this interaction because it is important for their mental and physical health. And as being a camp counselor, we try to promote healthy lifestyle, mentally, physically, through various physical and cognitive activities.
All right, so when it comes to hiring the staff that we hire and training them and making sure that they're an excellent fit for One Voice, One Team, our process is, first of all, that we connect with them multiple times, right? So usually there is an on the phone or a virtual meeting that we set up where we just meet them, get to know them a little bit more. We try to make our interviews a little bit more relaxed, and having fun in the interviews so that people can feel comfortable just being themselves. And then there is a formal interview that is in person where we connect with them again. And then sometimes there are multiple levels to the interview. There might be that one formal interview in person and then a follow-up interview. We also ask for references. We connect with them even on social media. There's a number of things that we do just to have the process as refined, right, as possible to make sure that whoever's hired here is an excellent fit for the organization. In terms of the impact of the coronavirus, a lot of our programming, of course, that we had scheduled to be in person, all of a sudden, nothing was in person, right? And we had to move things online. So we had some challenges at first with, bringing the energy, because we like to bring a lot of energy. So bringing the energy that we bring in person online. So just really being creative with, the games and the different activities that we would typically do in person, how to keep that energy online as well. So that was, something that we had to kind of navigate through to make sure that we could bring that energy. But I think that we did a good job. And now, finally, we are back. Woo! We are back in person, and just excited to, be able to feel the energy of everybody in the room and really engage in a more meaningful way with all of the young people that we connect with.
Hello, my name is Yemisi Okuboejo, and I'm working here at One Voice, One Team as a camp coordinator this year. And my role is to help campers to make schedules and to make sure that everything is going smoothly at camp. And so for safety procedures, we have something called the routine checks. So every morning we make sure that the camp is safe, the gym is safe, all our equipment are good to be used, and to make sure that everything is perfect. And also for our games, we cross-check the games and make sure that all campers can be involved with the games and it's also safe for them to participate in. We also have something called the incident report. So when something peradventure happens to one of our campers, we make sure we fill it out and be able to be accountable of whatever situation happened and report to their parents. And we also have first aid kits on camp, so if something happens, we can be able to attend straight to incident. So after the pandemic, so we continue to make sure that we are keeping our campers and also staff safe by sending out emails. So before the campers arrive, to make sure that they check if they have symptoms. And if they do, they should stay home or come to camp. And we also had a situation where a camper was not feeling that great, and the mom decided through the list we had for the symptoms and decided that the son should stay home. And through that, we were able to, we moved him to another week so that he can also come back and be part of camp. And we also have sanitizers. We make sure that all equipment are sanitized after use. The lunchroom space is always cleaned every day to make sure that they're coming the next day to a clean and new space.
So one thing that we do to really break the ice and help anyone who attends our program feel more comfortable is that we stress on just being authentic, right? Being yourself, having fun, and we meet everyone where they are. And we have staff who have really high energy and they're always excited and ready to go. And we have staff who are a little bit more calm, chilled, relaxed. So even when it comes to the young people, right, that we serve, we understand that they also have that temperament, those different temperaments, right? So we get to know them for who they are and where they are in terms of their comfort level, and we try to meet them there, right? Though we bring a lot of energy and excitement, if they don't, that's absolutely fine, right? And what we find is as young people get more and more comfortable, the energy starts to raise as well. Like they get excited, they get energized, and they just really fit in very well.
So my name is Anthony. I'm a camp counselor at One Voice One Team S.W.O.L.E Summer Camp. This summer, we're running our S.W.O.L E Summer Camp here in Manitoba, and we're actually working on what we call reflection time. Reflection time is basically where we take time to sit down, talk about our 5 S.W.O.L E principles, and work on those and actually journal those into a book. So we give the kids some time to journal, as you can see in the background, that's what they're doing, and write out their ideas, as well as color in some pictures that have to do with each S.W.O.L E principle. Our S.W.O.L E Summer Camp focuses on 5 main S.W.O.L E principles. Number 1 is S, so that's self-respect. Number 2, that's going to be working hard. Number 3 is going to be overcoming adversity, so getting past problems. Number 4 is leading by example, and number 5 is excellence. So when we combine all those 5 things together, we get really, 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 really good experiences for the campers, and they take something away where they can go home, use those at their house with their family, use it with their friends at school, but also use it with their community and really build that sense of leadership and positivity. That's like one of our biggest things as well, is positivity in the world we live in. At One Voice One Team, the other thing we focus on is we're going to focus a lot on activities. So that's getting the kids active and running. Part of the reason behind that is when we combine that reflection time with running around and doing all sorts of games, it actually develops both sides of your brain and all the different parts of your brain, and it really gets the kids into leadership and what we're trying to do. Some of the activities we do, like this morning we were doing Ollie Ollie Octopus, which is really fun. You have kids running back and forth throughout the gym. They're playing games, they're tagging people. And it really gets all the kids into the game, and everybody that way can learn how to be leaders just by being, good sports in games, and learning all sorts of different rules and being able to listen during those rules and focus. So a lot of that stuff comes into play, as well as the quiet time, the reflection periods. But it is a really big blast at our S.W.O.L E Summer Camp. So a lot of our things that we do at the S.W.O.L E Summer Camp can be similar to a gym PE class, but it's a lot more. And even talking to campers, you'll see that. Campers tell us that this is the funnest thing they do during their summer, and they want to come back every year back to S.W.O.L E Camp. In fact, we have members this week that were here last year, as well as they've come back multiple weeks to our camp. Because it's not just sitting down and doing reflection time, it's having these activities, but it's energy. We have a really, really, really big philosophy that if you bring energy and you honor each person in the room, they can feel heard, they can feel mentioned, they can feel like a leader, but they can also feel like they are having fun and enjoying themselves. And when we combine all those factors together, when you compare that to, regular school year, it becomes really, really fun. But not to mention, campers want to come. And a lot of these campers don't have much to do during the summer because school's out. So it gives them another space that they can come join, meet a bunch of new friends. We have campers that never saw each other before, but I can tell you right now, I was talking to some today, they're becoming great friends. So it's really a good way to, outside of the school year, make friends, but also work on our skills, our leadership skills, and our physical activity as well, because it's a lot of fun and there's a lot of sports.
All right, so my final advice for someone who's thinking about being a part of One Voice, One Team, whether it's being a part of our programming or maybe trying out to be a staff member, I would say if you're looking to make a difference, if you're looking to use just the skill sets, the abilities that you have to be able to impact this world, starting right here with where you are in your community, then it would be a great place for you, right? We're just passionate about making a difference and having fun while we do that. All right, so Zuher, I just want to thank you on behalf of One Voice, One Team for having us on your show, Civic Platform. And do one thing for me, whoever is watching this. When I say one voice, I'd love for you to say one team, because we're in this together, all right? One voice, one team. Thank you so much, Zuher.
I feel with a lot of energy after seeing these lovely kids. Thank you for watching. If you like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to see our upcoming episodes.